Okay, I think
Oh
we are
my gosh,
live.
Greek is on 10. Yes, Biden. Your counterparties with Greek. How is he so? Wow. Okay. I don't know. We'll
Good
talk about
start, PMT. What happened? What happened, bro?
it. No, I was just looking at your screen because Greek was on Biden 10 plus, and I'm so shocked.
Oh, he's on
He's
yes?
but he got it at 31. That's a totally different story. That's great buy, obviously.
What's the
Because
price now?
what is it now? Like 40?
40? Yeah. Well, he always sells before, so.
Yeah. I'm just surprised he likes Biden 10 plus for Soto. Anyways.
Maybe
All
I'll get
right.
some cheaper fills.
Yeah, I really wouldn't like buying 10 plus. That's interesting how we're so anyways.
I'll get this posted. I posted it. I'll repost. You want to repost too, and then we'll get started here.
Yeah, I'll repost.
So just a heads up, the White House is live with the title President Trump's 2026 State of the Union, and they're streaming last year's State of the Union.
Let's
It looks
see.
like it's live right now.
Is it on YouTube or where?
Yeah, on YouTube, on YouTube.
Okay.
Like people
Is there
might
a chance?
start mogging this.
Wait, this would be hilarious. Someone's gonna be like, "Insane Alpha, you can see State of the Union early."
This is amazing.
What? Someone's gonna look up.
This is incredible. Okay, so we didn't intro properly, but we are live with PMT and Foster. I want to call you, I don't know to call you traders, predictors, clickers, but two of the top mentioned market, also just Kalshi traders in the world. In the world, why not? And tonight is State of the Union. It is the Super Bowl of politics other than the election. But anyways, mentioned market Super Bowl is tonight, and we are previewing a lot of the top markets. I know PMT yesterday you were live with Tyrael, and you guys gave a lot of alpha. I did. I put it in 2 times speed, watched the whole thing this morning, and I'm ready to press you on a couple things, including the
I'm
rules
ready.
dispute.
Yeah.
But other than that, we are ready, and we're gonna go forward with this. So one sec, let's look at what's happening with this live stream, eh, Foster? So what do you think? Are people actually gonna get fooled by this?
It's embedded on Kalshi's
Oh
market right
God.
now.
No,
Well,
it's not.
it was for a second.
Okay. That
So
would be
they just
crazy.
removed it, but
Oh my
it
God.
was
Someone is definitely gonna
almost
try to dispute it. They're gonna be like,
almost
this should
triple.
resolve.
Yeah, based on the rule book. The rule
Yeah.
book the fair value. Like
It
I was talking
says
yesterday.
2026.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's structure this a little bit where we're going to talk about the top mentioned keywords because that's the most popular thing. We'll talk about who's going to attend because I know Baron like steamed up in the last 20 minutes or
Wait,
something.
really?
I
I'm
think so.
behind the
He was
times.
steaming up yesterday for
He
sure.
was steaming up yesterday, and I think today, like I was just watching the market randomly because I just woke up and I saw it go to like a buy to 90. Let's see where it's at now. Where's Baron?
82.
82? Yeah, so
I
yeah.
would
Okay,
certainly
so
not be buying nose into this price action
no,
like
no.
this.
But
Just
so my reaction here was, why don't we go into will all the Trump family members attend?
yeah,
Right.
for arbing it.
So that's immediately what I went to. I picked up some shares at 60, I think, or something like that. Yeah, 75 now. So that was smart. But yeah, so we'll do all of these categories of markets. We'll look at Poly as well because they have some. You know what I like about Poly is they do the multiple times, right? So China 5 plus, China 10 plus, inflation, those kinds of stuff. And those are the
Yeah.
markets like I'm really into. Kalshi though, really good for like those crazy stuff. I know Discombobulator is one that you have a flyer
I
for
like it.
PMT, but
I'm
we'll
on
get
it
No,
into
too.
that's
that.
Foster. Don't be
Oh,
pulling
it's
me.
Foster.
Dude, I
Okay,
love
my
this
bad.
combobulator.
Okay,
It
so
just
why
shows
don't
the
we
power
of what of what
of
exactly?
America, man. We have a
Yeah,
discombobulator.
yeah, sure. Where's it getting used? Is that Venezuela?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
Venezuela.
goes to
Okay.
Venezuela.
Okay, so I don't know whether to start with like your top picks or go down the list a little bit. I don't want to go down the entire list, but we'll pick a couple top ones
Oh, is stock
and
market a new strike, by the way? Was that just today?
and
Has
go
to
from
be.
there.
Oh, just added now. Wow. So that's
Oopsies.
gonna be one to think about.
Let me see
But
here.
anyways.
All right.
So
Okay,
they're still
so
adding strikes. That's something to note.
What was the latest strike to be added?
Stock market was just added.
Cool.
Coal was just added. Wow.
Yeah, my
Coal
tracker is down, I think.
Man, I would definitely buy coal if I can get it at 73. When they launch like these, sorry to segue, but like when they launch these new strikes immediately, like
very inefficient.
Stuff will be very inefficient. You can't get a ton of size, but like coal, I mean that's good to come up. 100% clean.
I mean,
beautiful.
but here it's like there's already no liquidity, right? So you look at the order book. You know how I keep talking about roughing the passer for Super Bowl?
Yeah,
it's the same thing here. You have this big 1,500 share order at 75. You had 2,000 at 66. Meanwhile, the bidding no gets no love, right? So it's very obvious that Catboy or someone is already bidding yes, right? Or Tyrael.
That's me. 75.
That's you. Oh, okay. And now I'm 76. There we go. So this is very obvious what's happening here, but we don't have to talk about it. Also, if anyone has a keyword that you want analyzed, write in the chat and we will look at it. But let's get started here. So the newest strikes. Let's do that. So Cole, why did you immediately jump on bidding yes, PMT?
Yeah, I mean, clean, beautiful coal, huge messaging of Trump. Even in the last month, coal's been a big push. He got the coal award where he relaxed a lot of the EPA requirements on like car emissions. He absolutely loves clean, beautiful coal as a tagline. I think fair for this is 90, probably somewhere in that range.
And Foster, do you have an opinion on this?
I agree. I mean, I don't like to buy anything over 80 just because I feel like live, once like the events are going, it's super weird. The price will decay down as the event's going on, even though he hasn't touched on the topic yet. So he could have not gotten to the energy topic and the price will go down 20 cents. I'll just get better fills live. Doesn't always work out, but I will wait on it. But yeah, if I could fill at 75, I probably would.
Yeah, so that's actually something. I don't know if the same idea works for the bonds that we talk about. So that would be what Trump RX, or not really Trump RX, 250 trillion, those types of stuff. What I was thinking there was I don't want to buy it at 95, even though I think PMT yesterday you said is like fair was 97, 98, 99 for trillion and 250. And also you said, I think you like fraud or something.
I was actually a little like I think I would not buy fraud. Tyrael really likes fraud. I just think there's too many different words you can use for fraud, like cheating, and I think that there's a reason he wouldn't want to talk about Minnesota as much. Obviously, there's a lot of like voter fraud is probably where this is going to come up more likely, but he can definitely dodge fraud. But 250 is one that I like. I would buy 250 yes before I buy trillion yes. I don't see a world 250 is not mentioned here.
Yeah,
I do. I like fraud a lot. I mean, I think it's up there with all the other ones. Did you guys see the White House's text message?
Fraud and abuse.
Yeah. So White House sent out a text message like a week ago asking people. No, it was a text message with the text mailing list. I was on it when I voted for the turkey. I was on it from when I voted for the turkey for the whole gobble thing. I signed up to vote for the one that I
have it too.
Insider trading.
No, I sent like 100 texts and took a screenshot and said I voted 100 times. But in there they said, what are you guys most excited to hear about at the State of the Union? And they listed like 6 topics. And one of them was rooting out fraud, waste, and abuse, or waste, fraud, and abuse. I'll see if I can find the text and can even show you.
And then they also, White House posted a clip yesterday.
I don't know if you can see it. But
it says, looking forward to border wins, economic success, America's greatest healthcare, Trump RX, there you go, tax cuts, rooting out fraud and corruption. Other, let us know. Interesting.
Yeah. I somewhat wonder though if people are going to over-index to all this stuff. Like
I'll talk
Trump
about
RX is one that I mean, without getting on the
table. Someone did comment. What do you guys think of for no? Is that a strike on?
I saw that's a new one.
Oh, is that
on Kalshi. No.
The background for no, if you guys aren't aware, is he brings it up when discussing his great healthcare plan, most favored nations pricing. He says that Macron didn't want to the lower drug prices, and then he said, I'm going to tariff you 35%. Macron said no, and then
This is
agreed to less
incredible.
pricing. So
Yeah.
it's funny because as soon as he gets on the topic of like the first indication that he's going to do that bit, it goes to 95. Like at his last rally, it got bought up
Moonlight
to,
was accumulating on that. I didn't even know that was the way that it would hit. I thought it was just going to be like a general saying no 3 times in a row, because he could hit it in other ways. But Moonlight heard it going towards most favored nations. The second he heard most favored nations, he just started accumulating in like the 20s, and then 3 minutes later he hit it exactly how he said he would. It was super
Amazing.
impressive.
So
But
looking at
yeah,
the order book, do we think that there's already sharps getting on here? I see 15 and 16, and then something for no at 72.
I personally think, given this is going to be more prepared speech, I think it just doesn't fit as well here versus a rally, obviously. So that's why I think you're seeing the book flipped. But 20 cents pre-market, or it looks like 16 cents is the lowest order was some actual size. Could make sense to buy some cheap.
Interesting. No, so what I was going to say,
20.
For these 250 trillion is, I mean, what was it? 2 days ago, 3 days ago, one of the mentioned markets was trillion, and that hit at like the very last second. Do you remember which rally that was? I was in your
That was
chat,
the Supreme Court.
The press conference, like the press briefing room. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So for that one, trillion was like going down, like there was some time decay. And I'm thinking for these bonds, if he doesn't say it in the first 5 minutes, and you still believe he's going to say it, like we did with trillion, and I think there was one more. I forgot the other, inflation. No, inflation was no. Some other one. Like these bonds, typically, can we wait 5-10 minutes and pick these up in the 80s? Is that like a viable strat, or is it better to just get in now?
I think some of these things are going to have a lot of whales with size just accumulating and trying to get panic sellers to fill into them. So I don't know if it'll happen with all of them to the same extent.
Yeah, I think it's a viable strategy, but obviously you have to just make sure the decay makes sense. Like I think, to Foster's earlier point, doing that on strikes that are very topic dependent, make a lot of sense. Like if Trump has only talked about the economy and, nuclear 8 war is decaying, probably doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
so,
you know that he's going to talk about it eventually.
You can do the inverse too. Like if Trump has already touched on inheriting a horrible economy from Biden and he's moved past that point, highest inflation should be way up, because it's much less likely he's going to go back to it. And he still can. It's Trump.
My opinion there, though, is it's maybe a little different now that it's prepared remarks, but it's always like a meta game with like evolving between what sharps are, because obviously sharps are thinking about this now. So you'll see huge walls to prevent stuff from decaying. It used to be like stuff.
Will there be huge walls?
I think so. Yeah.
I always notice that it's just all garbage. Like it's all so volatile every time. Like no one can look at all of these strikes, So there's opportunities.
There's a lot.
But what I would say is like there are like words like highest inflation. At his last rally, right? He came close to saying it when talking about Biden economy, like in the beginning of the rally, gets past it, doesn't say highest inflation, and it goes from like 50 or 60 pre-market down to 20. And that was crazy because he's gonna weave it back in, and there's a good chance he gets. So I actually think like strategy-wise, sometimes when he moves on to topics, it can just get oversold. I mean, it's going to be dependent on a lot of stuff, but yeah.
Wow. All right. So I think then the consensus is we can still get some pre-market shares for these, right? Don't wait too long, at least, because if your sharp people are already planning these big walls, then the little fish like myself are not going to get much help here. Okay. So
AI is new, by the way.
AI is new, and why is that so high? Is he really going to say that?
Wall Street Journal released a report that Trump is launching some new policies that he's announcing during SODU, one of which is that he's going to charge an additional type of like electricity costs for AI data centers. This is like 95 fair. I mean, wow. I think I don't know how this doesn't come up. So
in typical Trump rallies, is it already like, I know a year ago we would always fade crypto, Bitcoin, and AI. Now, I know he's maybe started to mix it in a little more. Has it happened more recently already, like just on a baseline?
Yeah, for sure. He talks about AI a lot.
Yeah. without this Wall Street Journal article, what would the price have been without knowing he's going to announce this?
I think without Wall Street Journal, probably 75.
Still, wow.
I think
it's been a big talking point as far as like, I mean, factories and just in general. Without this specific plan, he's been trying to win the AI race against China, and wants all these factories and energy production. So in these kind of speeches, which are like trying to showcase the U.S. winning, it hits pretty often.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it comes up a lot as well when he's talking about the stock market, and like the economy doing well. He'll be like, stock market's doing well, with AI growing the economy,
Now, in that press briefing last week, did he say stock market? Because I know he mentioned Dow and S&P. Did stock market hit? Do you remember? I don't know if we can check, but Trump press briefing.
It's always a hard one because you don't know exactly what term he's going to use. But
yeah, so that I think I if I remember correctly, that didn't hit as well as inflation, but it did. Okay.
Yep.
Because I know that one line I remember was he was just talking about S&P 7,000, Dow 50, but he didn't end up saying.
He said our stock market has just recently broken 50K on the Dow.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so stock market, is that also tied in there? So is this a fair 90 or this is good?
I would be on yes at 85 on stock market for sure.
So I mean, typically, a year ago when I was the mentioned market guy,
when we were a dead country,
I've been retired. It used to always be buying no. Always mention markets, you bought no because nothing ever happens and people are overconfident. It feels like we're betting yes on a lot of things this time around. Is this a shift that you've noticed, or am I? Uh-oh.
Oh, Foster, your audio's cut.
Oh, if you buy no in a Trump rally, it's kind of almost suicidal sometimes because it's just a Trump rally. But
isn't that so cool though that like it's getting efficient enough to where like you can't just buy no's and be profitable? Like it's actually, and I think Domer even talked about it a few months ago in some like Twitter post where somebody was like saying something, and he was even realizing in outside of mentions that like no's and yeses are becoming a little more efficient to where like, and I think the one thing to think about for no's is there is a lot of value for Trump speeches generally, like regular press conferences, because there is always that risk of like a closed press kind of rug. But obviously something like State of the Union, which is funny, a week ago, there was a risk of closed press, by the way, for those that didn't think about it, because with the government shutdown, people were wondering, is SOTU going to be canceled? But now that there's like zero risk of a rug, there's no added benefit on the no side.
Okay. So you're right. It is pretty cool that markets are efficient. Man, I wish the free money was still here, but no, we have deep analysis to do. Okay. The sports stuff. So hockey, Olympics, 250 is part of that, right? Is that part of this Olympic kind of style?
Kind of.
Like
I think it's a little different just in general, celebrating like the 250th of America. So I think that can hit in a different context, but altogether, I do think that if he talks about the Olympics, he will talk about 250.
And hockey, does that relate to ice? Do we start like I'm thinking of all of these ladders of mention. So ice hockey would count for ice, but also ice naturally has its chance of hitting, right? Talking about Ice National Guard. So what is the fair value of Ice National Guard, and does it increase with ice hockey? Does he talk about ice hockey?
I think it could. I guess genuinely, I feel so stupid that I completely forgot about that, and about the Miracle on Ice thing. I kind of was looking at the market, and then I didn't look at it since he invited the U.S. hockey team to come. That's kind of one of the bigger reasons.
Yeah.
Which is like that strike, I feel like would not be worth this much if America lost in the Olympics. Obviously, I don't even think it would have been added if they had lost in the Olympics.
Yeah, and I think another thing to realize is the whole Miracle on Ice, which for those that aren't familiar, it was in like 1980 when I think it was 1980. The U.S. beat the Soviets when we were in the Cold War in the hockey game. Trump has that fresh in his mind. Trump invited the entire hockey team from the 1980 Olympics team to the White House. This was a couple months ago, and had them, and it was titled "The Miracle on Ice," and he mentioned the phrase multiple times. So I do definitely think that it is a real thing that them winning changes fair values here. At least it did for me, because I think he could easily make a joke of like another miracle on ice. Usually when he says hockey, he doesn't say ice hockey, he says hockey. So I'm a little more afraid of like the miracle on ice kind of line of it. But I was going to be positioned on no for Ice National Guard if that hadn't happened, because I would have thought it'd be more like an 80-20. But yeah, because I think there's a very reasonable chance that they're either going to decide to go hard on praising ice and all these things, and you can maybe make the argument that they're moving towards that way because of what they did, you know, just yesterday with the 10 a.m. thing with the illegal alien presser he did. But even in that, he didn't say Ice National Guard. So yeah, I would have moved to 80-20 if he gets through the beginning intros. The hockey team doesn't say ice, I might live buy some no's.
So what's the equity split between ice as in hockey and ice as in ice? Is there, if he doesn't mention, yeah, go ahead.
Like, that's tough, but I would think like ice hockey to me meant that no's should come down at least like 3 cents on the no side. So like if no's were at 17 before, 14 would make sense. So not huge, but.
So, I mean, what I'm thinking is, so the moment this thing goes live, there's already going to be a wider spread. So how much no can you really buy? Like you're going to push it to 17, 18 cents? It'll already be there pretty much because of the widespread. So I don't think the live opportunity is really going to be there then. But yeah, maybe. And
I think Ice
National
National Guard is super likely in general anyway. I think that Trump really feels like like I think a lot of people think of the ice. I think Trump is also really happy with like how the National Guard, you know, in Washington, D.C. has decreased crime and like transformed it. And all the people who are going to be attending, a lot of them experience that like day to day. I don't know. I could easily see that being a talking point. Yeah. I think that Ice National Guard, if there was like a stipulation that Trump saying miracle on ice or ice hockey would not count, I don't think that the price would be any different. It might go down 2 cents in my mind. I think Trump saying miracle on ice is pretty damn likely though. As far as, you know, the U.S. beating Canada is a pretty big accomplishment. And I had seen some people reporting it as like the first best on best gold medal since the miracle on ice.
That would be good. He likes to do those like sinces, right? Like it's the best since this, whatever. Yeah. And Kappa's in the chat, so hello. I think you guys know him. I don't know him so much, but
hey, Kappa, yeah. That's Jack, right?
Okay. Interesting. Now, Foster, you have your own mention. Trump is going to mention you because you just hit 700K or something all-time profit. So exactly. Is that the shout out?
Yeah, I think so. But they put it in the wrong one. They put it in what will Trump say, not the who will Trump mention. But we can go over it now since it's in this market.
Yeah, Kalshi made a mistake here, but it's okay. You're still here. So what's the likelihood he shouts you out?
Well, it looks like it has steamed to 80% now. I bought in the 30s.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm kind of an insider here, but
yeah, exactly.
me and PMT were accumulating. Last night it was down to 25 cents when we spotted a sort of play and started buying.
Yeah, and open interest last night was 20,000 shares. Open interest was 20,000. So were you guys in the majority of that?
We were maybe. How many did you get, Foster? We were maybe 5K.
2,500, 2,000.
Yeah, I had like 2,000. So we were like 5K. Shout out, Mr. Nick. That's the commenter from when we did the Bad Bunny
Super Bowl. Mr. Nick is a good guy.
Yeah, me and Foster were in a call yesterday, and Mr. Nick DMs me, and he sends me this post that I think I sent to you on Discord. And he just says, shh. And I'm like, what is this? And at first I was like, what are you sending me? And then I didn't get it at first. I was like, what is this? And then I read it and I'm like, oh my gosh, foster children. Melania is bringing them, because that's how we mentioned foster last year, was foster care with Melania had brought these children. So I mogged some shares at 30 cents. Foster did the same. And the White House then picked it up this morning and started posting about it. And now it's steamed up to 80, which is crazy to me. I mean, I sold out at 60. Did not think it would get this high. I think it's overbought, but
Yeah, right now it feels really high, to be honest. I'm covering some at 80 cents. But yeah, if you look at the graph, it's really crazy that the tweet was last night. You can see the spike at like 10 p.m. Eastern time from
Yep.
25 up to 30.
And
And
that's
then
you
you can see
guys.
this morning, like you had all night you could have,
Yeah, I see it.
maybe
So
not
that's
accumulated, but
6,000 shares were bought from 28 to 37, and then it was just there the whole night
Mhm.
until this morning. Wow.
I had a lot before we even saw the tweet because I thought it would be hilarious to, on the chance it
Like shout
hit,
out.
to be able to
Yeah.
post a slip with my own name hitting. Like, how could he not bring me up? We're like this, man.
Yeah,
You know?
that's good. But so what I'm thinking here is I don't remember what State of the Union speeches are like because wow, it was a year ago. But same thing with Kushner because we'll get into that soon, and I think we're on yes there, right?
I do have a position on
Yeah.
yes soon.
So with that, he is going to name drop every person in the that he wants in the audience, right? He's going to talk about the men's national team. He's going to mention Kushner. He'll mention, wasn't last year there was some different women that had gotten an abortion in Georgia or something, or maybe that was Biden that happened. Like he's shouting different people out that he invited. Isn't that
Mhm.
something that they do? So this Foster reflects that that's a very high possibility, and therefore all of these other ones like Kushner and Rubio and people he loves to shout out, whether it be Lutnick or someone, those should all be higher as well.
The only world though with Foster, the risk is Melania has this program. It's like foster children. So there's a real risk that he intros them and says it's part of Melania's
Fostering the youth initiative.
fostering the youth initiative.
I
Fostering
could
would
be
not
like,
count.
it could like verb cuck or, be a different tense. Like,
Mismog, verb cuck, these are all
yeah.
keywords. We need Freeman to give us the glossary. Okay, fostering. So I love all these beautiful children in the stands that Melania brought, part of the fostering the youth. That wouldn't hit Foster. Okay.
Correct.
So, I mean, 23 cents for no. This is what, 3x from where you guys got it last night. Is it time to let it go and hop on no here?
I think yes. I don't know if I'm going to accumulate significant no's, but honestly, at 20, maybe I do.
Loom
I
said
just
the
it
next
can't
spike.
go higher than 80. So that's the biggest thing. Even if you're not going to hold it, there's no way this closes higher than 80.
And
so,
how long does it take? Again, I need to watch these speeches, but how long does it take for him to introduce people? Is that the first thing he does? Isn't that like one of the first things he does?
he'll kind of do it throughout, I feel like.
Throughout? Okay.
I think he would I guess I don't, I didn't look at it again, but I would assume he would maybe like introduce his cabinet and the people like leading the charge and basically based on topic. Because if I remember correctly, like there was that special guest that got the like award, that DJ kid with brain cancer, that felt pretty late.
Yes,
in it. So he
I remember
can be
that.
introducing people like that. So
okay, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. So
yeah,
he's going to mention a lot of people, and that's why I think maybe once we look at the who will be mentioned, those could be undervalued, especially Kushner. I know that's one we like. But buy no here also for time decay.
yes,
If he mentions it late is good. Loom forecast said next spike came after rig tweets. Rig tweet. You know what he's talking about? Rig tweet.
Rig tweet, maybe Rigatoni. He's kind of a newer.
Rigatoni
Yes.
tweeted about it, and so
Okay.
did Ben.
He deserves a shout out, right? He's a new guy in the space.
Yep,
yeah,
popping off.
Tony,
he's
something
been
like
popping
that.
off lately.
What's his name?
He's not afraid to size up. I think
he's on my For You page. There you go.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, this guy's up like 20K in like the last like week and a half on mentions.
Urgent Alpha. Wow, this guy. I think we need him on.
I don't.
Fair
think
value is
fair value
80,
is
90?
90.
Okay.
I do not.
Sorry, kid. Foster is mentioned 10 times in the New York Post article. New York Post, first off, not a big fan of him. Fake news. But don't they write a lot about prediction markets, like garbage about prediction markets? I think I've seen some garbage
New York
articles.
Times?
Anyways.
Oh my god.
No, New York Post. New York Times
New
is the
York
best because your PMT is featured
I thought
there.
you were trying
No,
to-
not a diss, not a diss. No, never. Okay, Foster Y is what he posted, and that was at 1022, and it went up at the 50 to 70 was at 1022. Yep. Thank you, Loom. Okay, so Foster, you're likely to be mentioned, but I think we're moving the market ourselves because there's some walls now at 2021, 22.
Coming back down slightly.
Those are my walls. I put them
Okay.
up at 80.
There we go. There, we're generating alpha in the chat. Eight Wars. So a lot of these war stuff. Eight War, whether it be rare earth mineral, Midnight Hammer.
Ooh, I like Midnight
What do
Hammer.
we
I don't know.
what do we like the most out of those? Midnight Hammer.
Midnight Hammer.
I
Yeah,
like
for
Midnight
sure.
Hammer.
That's steamed, right? Or has this always
It
been
did.
at this
It did
price?
steam. I got in at 55
Yeah.
for about 3K.
I would have liked that. I don't like 70, but 50s would have been great. It also helps that there's discussion around war with Iran right now. I feel like it's fresh on Trump's mind. He even truth yesterday bragging about Midnight Hammer.
Okay.
So like
Yeah.
I like to keep an eye on like what he's currently talking about, because I feel like he's just like if he's practicing a speech and he reads Midnight Hammer in there, who knows? It's implanted in his mind and now he's truthing about it. Like it seems like maybe I'm schizo, but
I have one point on that, but Mr. Nick said he sold out of his Foster Y at 80. Fostering is not a possibility for him, though. Fostering is not
Really?
a factor in that
he
sell.
doesn't think so.
Just sold it at 80 because he's a sharp guy. But
He is very sharp.
yeah. So for Midnight Hammer, you're talking about True Social, and again, my experience with Mention Market was back in the day when we were the hottest country in the world. But back then, Truth Socials didn't matter. Like people would over-index a lot on what he posts or what the White House releases that day. Whereas in his rallies, election rallies, he doesn't care about any of that stuff. He just has his talking points that he bashes every single time. So if there was a Truth Social about some topic, transgender in women's bathroom, and transgender on poly was 15 plus the strike, he would hit it once or twice because he always does, but he wasn't going to hammer it like people thought he would because of Truth Social. Has that stuff changed? Is he writing his own truths now to the point where that matters?
So I have adjusted to where I kind of take it in if I see. So there's a couple different ways. There's like one, the whole administration starts having this, I guess like these terms that they like to bring up, or you can even see it now probably today, like Caroline will start tweeting something and then Vance will tweet like the same sort of topic, and okay, this is a talking point that they want to push, and I'm assuming he can come out and he can avoid saying it, but like the speechwriter's probably also been told to include some stuff from this. But more important than Truth Socials to me is events that happened before it. So like a really good example of it was there was the other day during the Iowa rally, he had two events in the morning before it. He had an online like radio podcast, and then he also had a small interview, a Fox interview before he went out on the Iowa thing. I watched both of those, and I don't exactly remember what the strike was about. It was about, maybe it was like highest inflation, for example. And he was specifically asked about those topics, and he used a different term. I'm like, okay, well, he's not saying highest inflation. He's saying worst inflation today. So I slammed highest inflation no at like 15 cents or something like that. When that was when he was always saying it. That's not exactly what happened, but that's kind of what I would be looking for.
Okay.
I don't index as much off of truth because you're right. It's just him yapping, and who the hell knows what's going on.
It's not even him. That my point is, it's not even him. It's just people. Right?
I think that one, I could see it sometimes being not him. I think that one was him.
You think he just in general, you think he tweets his own stuff?
Some of them, like you read it, there's no way.
I don't believe that.
Paid.
Really? I think he dictates. I mean, you've seen those videos where he dictates like what he wants to be said.
Yeah.
I don't think he's touching the.
Oh yeah, but
here.
I'm saying the word is coming from him. It's
sure,
like
okay.
It's like paragraphs long. Maybe he's telling a staffer what to write, but it's like it just looks obscene. Because if not, the Kalshi, what will Trump say this week? Markets, they need to.
Okay.
Because they include truths.
Dude, in his one, I think it was the Supreme Court one or one in the White House press briefing. I don't know, something where someone asked about some foreign country relation that some small country, some like ceding territory over or something, and they were like, the State Department, a week ago was saying they were in favor of this country ceding the territory to this other country, but Donald Trump just truthed out, like saying that he's not in favor of it. What do you think of that? And they're like, well, it's what Trump says at the end of the day. So it is just so funny to me. Like, I don't think he's maybe writing all his truths, but I think he's very tied in.
Nick said, he clarified, that it's that he doesn't want to deal with the possibility of fostering. He's scared. Okay. He wants Foster to be mentioned, not no
and
fostering.
You scared me here.
My bad.
What's funny about that is we might get a third pump because the White House just sent out a news release for immediate release, talking about First Lady Melania's State of the Union guests, and then talks about the foster community. And it's like a big press briefing about efforts to help the foster community and foster children.
Where do I find
I
this?
don't think
In
it got posted
families
there
or-
yet. Yeah.
You've
I sent it.
successfully fudded me. I dumped.
It's on. No, don't dump. I'm just saying we might get another yes pump. It's on 4th right now. It hasn't hit news or like White House news yet.
So it's the secret stuff. Loom says
I
tweets
don't
are spoken
care.
to a writer, truths are written by Trump. I don't know if I believe that, but thank you. And then Nick said White House press pool is super bullish for Foster NAI, the new White House press pool. Again, none of these things I know because I'm an old head here. I'm a boomer in the space now, right?
Are you?
I feel like it. I don't know any of these words. Miss Mog is still
We're
something
just a bunch of idiots.
still
I
don't
don't know.
agree
It
with
just
Miss
seems
Mog.
so like normal to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a crazy term.
I'll
It's
let
funny
you know
because
when it hits
Miss
White
Mog
House.
came up before Clav. This wasn't even like a
No, I know.
collab
It's the weird thing about it.
adjustment.
Okay. Do you know like what should I look for this
You
Foster?
can just go to the
or whatever?
website. Where should I link it to? I linked it in our group chat on Discord.
Okay, I got that. Yes.
If you can open that on there.
Fourth news. Fourth news. Is this alpha? Is this what people should?
This is alpha.
Wow. Thank
Yeah,
you.
delete.
Delete alpha.
Fourth news. Office of the First Lady. Her guess. Okay.
So
Foster
I mean,
community.
it's kind of stuff we already knew, but more publication of it might
Cool.
make a pump. Not saying it changes fair value. It just might make a pump.
So this is Sierra and Everest are going to be there tonight. These two.
Yeah. Those are her
Interesting.
guests.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like the kid last year, the police officer, right? He became an honorary police officer or something. Then this is the same
Yeah.
idea here. That
Right.
AI in education. There's AI. Okay,
Ooh.
I like that. I like this. And what are we at now? Did we pump or are we still going down?
I think we're
And
still at
PMT,
78 now.
Did you
I dumped.
pull your
I dumped.
bids?
Yeah.
It went up.
no,
Somebody
no bids.
somebody bought and it went up to 79. So
Okay.
it's coming back.
Well,
Interesting.
that was me dumping to 21.
There you go. Okay, we can talk about this because this is something that I'm big on, and it is one of the potential rules disputes of the evening, and I'm very confident in it, and I know PMT you disagree with me. So this
Wow, you're
is
confident in this?
yeah, state of our
I'm
union.
positive. Okay, I'm ready.
State of the/our union is strong. Foster, you probably already heard about the arguments, but let's pitch it to you as if you're a neutral party, which I know you are. The state of the/our union is strong. The intention here is the state of the or the state of our union is strong, because that is what presidents normally do. The state of our union is strong. The state of the union is strong is what I think they say at the very end or somewhere in the middle. That's like the statement. Because it's always like, what will Biden call the union tonight? Will he call it strong? Will he call it weak, powerful, whatever, right? So those are the types of strikes. I think maybe we've had them in prediction markets before on Poly, where it's like, what will he call the state of our union? And that's the intention behind this keyword. Also, I understand that slashes mean two separate keywords.
Yeah.
But every single time in Kalshi history, and I was trying to do some like closed market analysis, it's a capital letter for that second one, right? DEI/woke. Woke is not part of a sentence, so it's very obvious that these are two different keywords. But here, our union is strong is lowercase, meaning the intention is this is part of one sentence. The state of the/our union is strong. The state of the/our union is strong.
TLDR, Phantom is trying to argue that if Trump came out and said, our union is strong, it would have a case to go no.
It would go no. Exactly.
I would buy yes at 95 cents.
I think that
I wanted to make a full case, but thanks for TLDR in it. I want to do like a full debate here.
I agree with Phantom that was probably the intention of the strike, was to essentially be, will he say the state of the union is strong or the state of our union is strong, right? Which maybe they should have just made it union is strong, but whatever. So I get what you're saying. I just think it's an unfortunate instance of just with the precedent of how slashers are treated, that it will just resolve on our union is strong being said.
Okay.
I don't know. I just can't see that they would all of a sudden change it because the O is an uppercase. I agree that is like, it shows what they meant. They really should have said it more solid, but I don't know. I kind of don't blame
Now,
them.
I vaguely remember some situation where this exact like kind of thing is listed where it is part of one sentence. Couldn't find it over the course of last night. So unfortunately I am defenseless on that front. But what I was saying to PMT in chat last night was the state of the union is powerful. Doesn't resolve yes. Sorry,
I would think yes.
the state of our union is powerful. Doesn't resolve
Listen,
yes.
I think
Yeah, that
Trump
goes
could
no.
talk about
That goes
the
no. I mean,
state-
how is that
Well,
possible?
no, that would go no because the state of our.
I know the state. The state of our union is powerful, or the union is strong. Both resolve no. And how's that? How's that even? I mean, okay.
Based.
because he has
based.
to say the state of or the state of the, or he has to say our union is strong. It just has to be one or the other. Just think of them completely separate. He could say,
But they
the
have no
state of
relation
the
to each other.
border.
They
He
have
could say
no
the state of
relation
the
to each
border is closed, and
Dude.
it's gonna go yes.
Phantom really thinks Claude and Anthropic are the same thing.
I'm not getting triggered. Okay, Nick says, has this not been confirmed? This is separate by Jake. Dgen says they should have put the/our in parenthesis.
I agree with that.
And
That would be much clearer.
definitely leaves room for unnecessary debate. I can be on the losing side of this. I'm sure there's been worse resolutions before. I have Bernie and everything else, but Anthropic especially. But
Oh my god.
this is one that I believe. I know I won't. Nick says I won't win this battle. I'm sorry, Nick. I'm trying my best.
You'll win this.
Planet P is a place of reality. You know, this is.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I know the government's still
government
open and
never
everything.
The government's been open. It's been open. Everyone should be at work. They're skipping work right now. I believe that my interpretation is correct. I don't believe that it will be enforced that way, but let's hope that there is no cuck. We don't want to be farming retail, right? That's not what we do here. So we'll, yeah, exactly. But yeah, if they say the state of our union is powerful, you're gonna go no, and I'll be like, wow, that is the most insane thing. I'll make some jokes about Planet K, and life will move on.
Wait, so not to keep on the topic, you think if he says the state of our union is powerful, that would go yes or no?
Oh, I guess to rephrase, the state of our union is strong. Oh wait, well no, that would.
The state of our union is strong. My bad.
Well, that would for sure
No,
go yes.
the state of our union is powerful. Yeah, I would think that goes no. You're right.
What about the state of the union is powerful?
No,
I think for sure that goes yes, but I think Phantom
that goes.
no.
Oh, so that's where I would go no.
Okay, yeah.
Because I believe that it should. I believe the state and strong have to be together in here.
Okay.
And
I get what you're
intention.
saying. I think that it's fine to say that that's how it should go. That's how it should have been set.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's how it's going to go because of the contract.
By the way, I think if anything on this strike, with how it's written, if anything, it's going to reward retail and rinse rules cuckers, because like retail's going to be on yes. There's no way like retail would buy no on, like, you know what I mean? I don't think like
the union is strong. The union is strong is the likeliest thing. Does he say the often, or is it always our? I know you talked about that last.
It's
night
always
as well.
yeah. The state of, for anything on like at least to think about how they're pricing in this market, right? He has never said the state of the. So like if the other interpretation was right, this strike would be maybe 20 for yes, maybe 10.
Has he ever said the state of our?
I
Or you're
don't
just saying
believe
he's never
so.
said the
Let
state
me
in general?
check. So he has.
Nick says, thankfully there was no shutdown. Thank you, Nick. Yes,
He
I
has
agree.
said the state of our union is strong.
Okay, and that's what I think is the intention of the market, to say the full thing.
Well,
But
if he says the
anyways.
full thing, it'll resolve yes anyway. Hopefully it doesn't end up in a real cuck, because I suck at trading those.
Yeah, I foresaw the Cardi B one, so I was very happy with that. Even
You
though I didn't
did. I
trade
was
it.
like, you messaged it, and I was like,
Messaged
one,
it 2
I
days,
said, look,
2 days
explain-
before, the day before. I kept talking
You
about it. I
messaged me
know.
the morning of.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's gonna happen. Like, and I'm like, well, look, here's a line that says it doesn't count,
And here's a line that says it does. So let's resolve it 26%.
We knew that it was contradictory before it, but
Yeah, and I went into the Kalshi Discord, got unbanned the night before, and I said, "Hey, how much is a bug bounty give you?" And then someone said $25. I said, "See you in 5 hours." No chance I'm saying anything for $25.
Hey, I've gotten $100 before on a
$100.
but it was on something that was like literally opposite. The rules were
Our steak dinner cost more than $100. Okay, PMT. We are not.
How much did you make on the rule cuck? Did you make
Cardi B was not much, like 4K, because I didn't know Cardi B was there until I saw it on Twitter. I didn't even see her in the background.
I was focused so much on. My wife was watching with me, and she's like, "That's Cardi B."
Yep.
And I'm just like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Is she singing?" And then so we were on it right away.
During the pan shot of the casita, I was seeing like some familiar faces. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I was like, I think I might have seen like Carol G or someone, and I was like, hold on, that looks like someone I know, or at least it looks someone famous, because you can tell when someone is famous versus when they're just like a background dancer, right? Person, a little bit. So like Alex Earl has that aura to her, and Pedro Pascal, they have that certain look, even if you don't recognize them, that they're a celebrity. So when I saw that, I was like, hold on, that looks really weird. These might be celebrities, but it didn't click in my head in that moment that, oh, let me go back and actually figure out who those people are. And that was a big mistake, because it went 97, 3, and settled at 26, 26%. Okay. That's all we have to do on.
Well, there's one more. I think for like, let me think for some other disputes I was thinking about.
This was one that was brought up to me: rare earth / mineral. Same idea, but it has to be rare earth or rare mineral. But that's a long shot.
That one has
a long shot. Too. Yeah. See, okay, so go ahead.
See, I love how that just totally backs off the argument.
Just wanted to sprinkle it in there.
AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it has to be.
But I think like there's a chance you could say Trump RX and you'll see Trump get bonded. Obviously, they're two different words.
I was going to ask about that because I thought they were the same.
Pretty low likelihood, but that'll happen. But something to think
say
about.
Trump Kennedy Center anyway, or something else. So that
yeah. So what are
amount to nothing? But
why is Trump at 91? What are the ways for Trump other than Trump RX?
Trump account is a very, very big one, and then also just under the Trump administration is the other one. So I think Trump accounts there is, and there's why would he not bring that up? That is such a favored thing. Yep. So that's the biggest thing to me.
Let's rattle off. So Midnight Hammer, it didn't actually appreciate as much as I thought. It was 64.60. Now it's 68.70. So is it still value? Because I know that's something you liked yesterday. Do you still like it now? Or did you get it much lower? Oh, maybe you got it lower.
I got it at that downtick that you see a few days ago.
Yeah,
I got it in the low 50s. But
that's not really a price it settled at, right? For longer than a little bit?
No. Yeah, I don't know why someone was like monging it, but
do you still like it here, or what do you think?
I probably still like it slightly. I think maybe fair is like in the range of 75.
So you're not going to accumulate more, but you're not going to sell at this price?
Yeah, I'm not selling.
Cool.
Yeah,
makes sense. That's what I would do if I was in the same situation. I'm not going to buy more above 70. I'd put maybe a limit at low 60s, and if I filled, I'd be happy mid 60s. But
other than the best bets that we're going to get into, are there any other picks that you have for Kalshi? I'm going to look at Poly briefly as well. Crypto Bitcoin you don't like?
I have a little bit of a position on DEI woke no, but I got in at 26. Probably wouldn't buy here at 35. I think it's getting closer to fair. Fake news no. I think it's in buy territory right now. This is right around my entry. I'm at 48. I don't have a huge position, but I like the no here. Just there's the thing is, I think a lot of fake news is a really funny one because I think it might not even be best to buy it right now. I think
Nick says Jared Kushner is a lock. I don't know if this is, it's all in caps, so I don't know if there's something that just happened, but if you want to check, but
no, Nick is
just okay. Sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted, just in case that this guy is giving us alpha in the chat. Go ahead.
But PMT. I think for fake news, for example, this is the strike of any that's going to get the most rec flow. So I think in the next few hours, as it gets closer to the event, it could steam up to like maybe even like 60 on the yes side as kind of the highest thing I'd see it go. But I like the no here. And I think two reasons mainly is just like I said, Rex are going to go heavy on yes. So I think it'll get underpriced. And then the second being is the State of the Union. There's no Q&A. And then I guess the third thing I'll throw in is rather than using fake news as an argument, he's a little bit drifted towards like saying people have foreign interests in mind. They're China
Does he not
centric.
point? Does he not point out to the gallery and be like, "You guys are the fake news"? Did he do that last year? Do we know what the situation was last year?
He did not last year. He has never said
Okay,
fake news in State of the Union.
there you go. I mean, and also not to mention the roughing the passer situation from last month, but look at all the bids here on no, and then look at the empty, barren book
Right.
bids on yes, right? So you can tell that the sharps are on no, and that's something that I will always promote to people. Look at the order book and see where they are. If you're not in the secret chats, then at least do yourself a favor and guess.
And then last two that
Yeah.
I'll shout out are Doge No. I think there's still
Oh no, we'll
value
get
in
into the best
Oh,
bets. We'll get into best
right.
bets.
Never mind. I take
Um,
that back.
a couple things. Joe Trotta's thoughts about Iran. Let's do that. So places. Thoughts about Iran. What is
What's it?
Iran?
It's super high, 95. It's at the top.
I love China. I always love China. I'd like a China 5 or 10 plus. That would be nice to have.
Yeah.
Once is a lock. Iran, what do you think? Anything there?
I think I wish it was cheaper, but I do think it's going to come up. There was some phrasing being posted. No, specifically Caroline Levitt, I think, in a gaggle this morning said that he's going to talk about accomplishments that he has already done militarily and then also future things that he's going to have to be aware of and future things, which is like basically explicitly Iran.
Okay.
So it seems super locked to me, but I hate buying things at 95. I'm just a wimp.
PMT, thoughts on Iran? What are we at? We've been steaming.
I agree. I mean, the only potential kind of argument you can make is like, is he going to do a strike very soon that he would just all of a sudden decide to remove all talk of Iran?
Can we time decay this and say buy it half an hour in the 80s? Like get ready there?
Oh
Maybe.
yeah. Yeah.
Because
especially if the topic hasn't been
economy, immigration, manufacturing, Iran, right? If you can play the gamble, if you don't like 95, because we're capital restrained a little bit sometimes, a lot of people are, where you have better bets, right? Doge and stuff, where Iran's not something you have to think about pre-game. It's a live situation, right? So I would wait. There's better bets at 90. There's better bets than Iran at 95, but then live Iran in the 80s. If he doesn't talk about war first, is what I would do, at least.
Yeah,
personally.
for sure. That makes a lot of sense.
What's up with Nicki Minaj?
In the attend market. Insider?
Yeah, let's see. Nicki Minaj, 32, up a little bit from 23. Let me see what moved here. Who will attend? Do you have an opinion
I'm
on
not
this?
keyed in on this one particular, but like just without having any information on like what she said, all this other stuff, would she really not go? I would think she'd be there. It's like she's so big in the Trump admin lately.
In the last hour, 8,000 volume that pushed it from 21 to 41 and then down to 33 and bidding 30 now. So order book looks empty. No one knows what's going on. I don't know. Do you have an opinion? Anything here? No. Foster?
I got nothing.
Honestly, no. I kind of agree that she seems like she should go with all the recent stuff where he was having her come out and come on stage. But
is there a way to
trust the market, I guess?
Like for Super Bowl, going the day before and listening to the dress rehearsals as a strat. Can we go to Washington? Can I get on the next flight in an hour and just sit outside the White House and watch people go in? Is there
probably? I mean, it's not against like the rules.
Not against the law. No, I'm saying, but are there
Physically?
people? Do they go through the front gates like everyone else?
They're probably in like some tinted SUVs to the front door or something.
It's probably all closed anyways, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's a good question. I don't think that they're gonna want like hundreds of politicians being easily viewable, and then you're like spotting them with binoculars or something. It doesn't look that good.
Wouldn't be good. Cancer strike on Mentioy. Loom forecasts. Cancer strike. Do you know what he's talking about?
Cancer strike.
Like maybe I mean it's a strike for cancer and it's like 50-50. I was wondering about
to say
that.
cancer.
No, just on yeah, just on what will he say?
Why would he say
50-50.
this?
Well, obviously the
It just
DJ kid
opened.
last time had brain or spinal cancer.
Yeah.
So who knows if there's going to be a similar situation like that? We don't know if there's any honorary people. There are a lot of people bringing guests. I actually did just get pinged by one of my like monitors that one of the guests for a congressman is going to be somebody who's fighting brain cancer, but they're a
Okay.
Democrat, so I don't think he's going to bring up the Democratic guest.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Cancer is partisan too, eh? Brutal scenes.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
state of the union.
they're making a political statement. It was somebody who got deported, a kid
Okay.
who got deported while fighting brain cancer.
I understand.
So,
The state of our union is cancer.
Wow. That would resolve no. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
The state of the union is cancer. It would resolve yes.
That's a yes.
I'm curious about guests. Are these honorary guests? I would think they were announced previously. For example, that kid last year, wouldn't he have been announced previously?
I don't know. I genuinely can't, like, I traded the last one. Me and PMT both traded the last one. Mentions weren't even big, but there's been so much that has happened since then that I've completely forgot about the whole process of last year's.
I think we have to write it down. We should write some stuff down, get an AI to summarize the call and remember the stuff for next year. Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I know Tyrael, you said he's like a lone wolf on the stream and he has his own like analysis and workflow. I really would like to get an organized workflow and that's something hopefully AI can help with. Last two strikes from the chat was UFC and TDS. I know a lot of PDS is going on with polymarket derangement syndrome, but TDS, what do you think? It looks like if I'm looking at this, I see the sharps on no, but sharps look like they're on no.
If it was down cheaper, like yes, like it's kind of at a point where I wouldn't buy either side. No sub 70 I'd buy. Yes, 15 or less I would buy probably. It's weird. It's weird that like my range of where I wouldn't buy is so wide, but there's just so much variance in a Trump speech like this. And
70,000 open interest, not bad. I'm seeing, like, if I'm looking at this, I would be on no just because I see these big bids and I'm just thinking that you guys are secretly on them. There's no bid. No one wants yes. So I would be on no here, but you're right. And then the last one, other one was UFC.
I kind of like UFC. That partially trends with like 250 and he's trying to do the UFC event at the White House.
Rose Garden or the front lawn, something like that, right?
I could see it being like a talking point that could be brought up. I don't know if I'd buy it at 33 cents, but it's way more likely than TDS in my mind. Like, depends on the direction the conversation is going. Is Dana White attending?
Now let's go into the best bets before we look at a couple other things. We'll look at Poly. Wow, this is what I like to see, the 50 plus and 25 pluses. But Foster, why don't you tell us about your best bet? What is it?
It's on Poly this time. I really like Biden 10 plus no.
All right.
And this was when it was like 59 cents. Now it's getting up to 64. It's starting to look like, I'd start to have to look at it more. But I feel like, in a regular Trump thing, he might rip on Biden a lot. And just because this is a long event, I don't think that it means he's going to rip on Biden a lot. I don't know. It doesn't feel like he's going to say it 10 times. He'd probably say it like 3 times. Inheriting like the worst economy. Sleepy Joe Biden couldn't do this. Biden's open border. And then I see it being like not really brought up that much. So 60 cents for no 10 plus is good in my mind. And maybe I'm just completely misreading it. It's just literally like my, I call it vibes. PMT always has a more serious word, intuition.
Now 100K volume on this, 9 hours to go. I know the moment we talk about it, people are going to be buying it. Now 65. I don't know if that's us or
like I said, 60 cents or below.
You move the markets.
65 is
you move the markets, man.
But is panic selling.
I know with fake news, PMT, you were saying how it's going to naturally drift towards yes. Biden 10 plus feels like that kind of rec flow bet as well. So even once people forget about our stream in 20 minutes, everyone moves on from our stream, it'll come back down probably, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that the idea?
I agree with Foster too, by the way, on the strike of the no at 60.
Mhm.
I mean, he said it 14 times in last year, so people are probably indexing to that. But anyone who's been watching Trump lately in the last few weeks, there has been a stark move away from mentioning Biden, even single
Yep.
times. He didn't mention it Friday in his Supreme Court. Caroline Levitt didn't mention it in her press briefing a couple weeks ago. They've really moved away from it, and I think it makes sense, right? Like it's been a year now, and maybe they're starting to realize they can't blame Biden, and it's not favorable to voters when they kind of
Biden
say that.
economy.
So, yeah, I'm kind of shocked where this is priced in the 60s. I would probably put fair more like maybe 70-30 towards no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. The like recent events, Biden prices for Trump have just been going down every single event. He's been missing it. So all of that combined is
Biden for one time is still 90, right? Or is this 80?
I think 95.
Yeah, so he will mention it once, is what we're saying, but not more than.
All right, for fun, what's your prediction of the exact Biden count, PMT?
I would say, wow, this is going to sound crazy, but 3?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that it will be brought up in 3 topics. He'll repeat it in maybe 2 of them, maybe 1 of them. So my guess will be 4 or 5, but I'm leaning 4.
My 50-50 line would have been 4.5. I was going to say 3, but now you said 3, so I can't copy trade you on everything.
3, me trying to just like get I wouldn't set the line.
Sneaky.
Right? But like, I want to get it.
Yeah. Over under 4.5 would be Kalshi would price 4.5 at 50-50, right?
I think they would price 5+ at 50-50. So yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Cool. All right. What PMT, your best bet back on Planet K?
We got some boring ones. So I mean, again, I think playing State of the Union, the real way to play it this last few weeks was going in and out, making certain things when stuff got crazy priced. Like Somalia was 60 for yes when the ICE stuff was at its peak. I was buying a lot of no's then. But right now at current prices, it is a little harder to me to find value now that we're getting closer, which is cool seeing the tie into sports, right? Where like, lines are sharpest right before an event. But like I said, maybe we'll see some divergence with like fake news, stuff like that. But anyways, in short, I like Doge no up to 90. I think 90 is fair for Doge. He just has not talked about Doge in months. It's a failed government organization. When he talks about cutting government workers, moving them into the private sector, that's routinely a selling point, but not that frequent of one. And even when he mentions it, he's never going to say Doge. Like, just Doge has not been in his vocabulary in like 5 months. And I don't see any world, like I just don't see why he would want to bring it up. But like I said, that's why I still say like 90-10. Maybe there's some world when he talks about cutting government and he's more, if he talks more like historical, he says, we came in with, so there's a world, right, that this does come up. But I got 3K no at 79. I think is amazing. So I really like the no there. Yeah. And then I'll say the other one, which is very boring. I have 10K no on Ethereum. Probably won't go higher than that at 97. But
question: has Trump ever said Ethereum?
I think at 97,
if he tries, what would come out of his mouth if he tried?
Yeah, that's also a question. Then we'd have another.
Probably Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic Tenenu.
Okay, so Ethereum, no, very entertaining. Doge, I like, no. I mean, in the last rallies, if I were to press you a little bit on this, in the last rallies, how many times has he said this kind of stuff? Does he say Doge anymore?
Let me try to find the last time he's ever said it.
Okay, well, if it's the last time he's ever said it, and meanwhile, I'll talk about some of these comments. Nick, I'm expecting Board of Peace to be a topic. Reason why I think Jared Kushner is undervalued. Been telling Foster and PMT about it, but they disagree and they're big on no, is what he says.
For which one? For which one?
Kushner, Jared Kushner. Been telling Foster and PMT, but they disagree. They think I'm the worst trader in the world. That's what he's saying.
I do not say that. I have a yes position. I sold out of some of it.
Good.
I think it makes sense. I mean, like, isn't he like big into the Board of Peace and stuff like that?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So it makes sense.
The
So
only-
I think it's a huge talking point, just in general.
Look, the counterpoint to this is that he did not say it once in his first State of the Union, or not first State of the Union, but his first term and any of those State of the Unions. And Jared was arguably a bigger figure in the first Trump admin, but obviously he was a bigger figure. But now Middle East is a bigger topic, so it kind of ebbs and flows.
46. This was 35 an hour ago, right?
Wait, 35 was an
missing
insane
something?
price. Did I sleep?
I got it
Was
at
I
35.
not-
I got
was I
3K
not
at 32.
in there? Let me see. Where did I? No, who will
I need to
attend?
get on these other markets.
Trump mention, isn't it? Who will Trump mention? Yeah. Jared Kushner was 35. Yeah, now 46. Wow, 46 is screwed up, man. Nick, you're giving too much alpha here. But 46, do you still? I wonder, does Nick still like it? Do you guys still like it here at 46?
50-50. I guess I have to look at the format.
I don't
of
like it
how
at
we shut
The
46.
people out.
Kush dog at 46, sorry. And then Loom said, Nick, did you see my why Kushner and Witkoff? Is that a valid ARB or are we going to be reverse middled?
I like the ARB, but now I don't like it because it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
So there's no point. There's no world to me, like he says, Jared, not Witkoff. So
yeah,
but
fair.
The reverse is kind of true.
Yep.
Okay, going back to Doge, by the way, the last
Yes.
time he ever said it was August 10th, 2025.
Whoa.
Well, I'm
Fact
saying
check you
at
here.
press conferences, not
Okay,
True Social.
all right.
Are you saying True
you
Social?
see, he's
Uh-oh.
being.
All right,
Wait.
let's go. Give me your
He said
True
he said it
Social.
on February 9th.
On a True Social post?
No, in a Fox interview.
Uh-oh.
Wait, okay. Yeah, I didn't
on
have
Larry
interviews
Kudlow.
up. I didn't have interviews up. Okay,
It
you're
was
right.
primed by a question. It was primed by a question
All
specifically
right,
about
back
Doge.
in February, Larry. Okay, I take this back.
So Larry asked, "What happened to Doge? And are you ever thinking of making a Doge 2.0?" So Trump said that Doge continues, but just in a different form. And he says, "I didn't like here's something I didn't like about Doge." So I think that it further increases that he is basically saying that Doge still exists, but it's not Doge. So
I'm sorry.
no,
I
it's
had
good.
I had TV appearances off. I was
Yeah,
looking
okay.
at streams. So
I just
he
wanted
said
to
it in
scare you for
February.
a second.
Now, before February, when was the last time he said it? August 10th,
Yes.
when someone asked about a former Doge staff being beaten. And then in
July
August
before that,
4th,
really.
well, he said it August 4th one other time, basically saying Doge was over. Then July, he said it one time. Like, yeah. Anyways,
Interesting.
it's such a small, like, even
No,
last
no
year
is
when
a
they
lot,
launched
for
it, he
sure.
said it twice. I just don't even.
Yeah. I just wanted to. I like
you could hear
scaring
you could
PMT.
hear the cell clicks from PMT as Foster talks about Doge. Mr. Nick said, "That's funny."
I was hoping to get filled
Yeah.
in the low 60s from his panic cells. That's why I brought that up. But yeah.
Okay,
no,
before
it's
I
all-
get into mine, there's one more comment here that we can talk about. This is from Capital Cathedra about no crypto Bitcoin. So what do we think of that? And he says, "I'm getting a second mortgage for no crypto BTC question mark. No mortgages for that, right? This is a scary.
This is the one
scary
PMT's
strike.
not bonding. He always tells me
Yeah,
I need to size
yeah.
up. And
Okay, well, now it's up to 32. It's
Look at that
Yeah,
actually
this is
wall.
ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man.
Okay, it's starting to get favorable.
I
I didn't know
understand.
it
I understand
existed.
70. Like I understand 25. Like not fading 75, but 68, 69.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
starting
be
to
real
think
here.
about it.
All right, Phantom, let's do the order book analysis on this one. What are we thinking?
Okay, so I think that this is a very smart. Sorry, I think this is a very dumb person. What's the copy pasta?
Why
Why
would
would
you
anyone
risk
buy
68
it?
cents
Yeah, why would you risk
to win
68 to win
32?
32? They will not be a whale for much longer. So this is a very dumb flow. Everyone should be buying yes, and I think crypto Bitcoin's a lock based on this order book. All of these bids are very confident bids.
Yeah.
I might have to get in there. I'm not gonna lie. Now that it's at 70, it was at
Yeah, it is
75.
getting cheap.
69 makes sense, I think, for buying no, especially because time decay. He's not mentioning crypto Bitcoin first. Economy could be the first topic. Oh, we should say. I mean, I know there's like, what word will he say first? But what topic do you think he goes first on this idea of time decay?
Economy, 100%. I think he gets into it. He says our stock, like he leads with like
Yep.
our stock market's at record high.
Fair.
we are being strongest. Like he might open with like a mix of topics. Like we're respected again on the world stage. Our stock market's at a record high. But I think he starts economy for sure.
Economy first. Fair. Second, immigration, war.
Border, probably.
Yeah, border second, immigration.
Border second. Last topic of the night.
War will come on in terms of peace as maybe the third topic. And then
Gatorade color.
Fourth topic might go back to economy and talk about the new policies if he doesn't say it in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And George Santos.
Oh.
Are we in or out?
I mean, he said he was going, right? Does that guy have a history of lying and defrauding? And
I don't think so. I think
he was
he's like a very truthful guy, right? Aren't all congressmen like very truthful? Isn't that how it works?
I think so, right?
Yeah, so this market is what, flipped twice? Yeah, 70 to 30, back to 70. You guys have a position here? Any alpha here?
No.
Has your secret chat's been talking about it?
I know some smart people who don't trust him and are fading him.
Yeah,
fading it.
That's fair.
So.
That's a scary candlestick, though.
The latest one?
No, the 20 to 70. No, I know that was right when he posted.
Well, that was the tweet, and then the was because what his publicist said he's not gonna come.
No, I think he was saying he can't come because of the snow, right? That was part of it.
Oh, okay.
Well, and then he said, and then people were like, "Well, he's banned from the floor; he can't go." And then he addressed it. He said, "I can go, and it's not in session."
Also, I can sit in the stands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he was like saying that kind of stuff. So
okay, let me talk about my best bet, and then we can start to wrap up here. What is mine? Mine is fake news no, which we already talked about, but fake news no. And this is because rec flow, right? The idea here is so many people. I love fading things. I'm always a no better. And because of rec flow, stuff like fake news, Biden 5+, Biden 10+, all of those normally outrageous things Trump says will be overpriced. So fake news is what you want. And PMT, you said the same thing here, where we'll likely see over the next 9 hours, over the next 9 hours that this goes down, right? So you're on this. Foster, are you on this too, or?
I would definitely buy it sub 50. I like it for sure.
Erica Kirk confirmed attending, says Mr. Nick. Erica Kirk at 98.99 now. Holy, from 60. There we go.
Wow. I gotta get on my notifications. What am I doing this stream?
I have mine open and I didn't even catch it. It's stupid of me.
Did it come up on your screen?
I'm looking for it.
But yeah, fake news is good. I wonder, is there a good idea of fading the ideas section? Is that a good thesis?
I was wondering, someone should put a study to see like the most comments and ideas and inverse those positions and see how well you do. Because ideas, it's kind of scary when they're on your side.
Yep.
Something that we might get to release is someone I think did like a poll of like a lot of top mentions people to see where they landed on everything for State of the Union.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
If people are comfortable with sharing that, I feel like it'd be really cool to see like where Sharps disagreed, where like
that would be great.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Is that Predict HQ? Like that's you guys or those two guys? Yeah, they should start posting that. That would be interesting. So that's mine. So R3 is Doge. Everything no. Unfortunately, we're not. It's always boring to bet no, but it's also like the edge of your seat. Ass clenching.
Yeah. You get value the whole speed.
It's hard. It's hard to have an underpriced yes. Like unless you have some sneaky alpha or like
the 90s
sneaky thing.
Safety. Yeah. Safety is always underpriced, right?
Yeah, I'm talking like it's hard to have like anything under 75, like under 60 that is like juicy yes, unless you find something like the Foster the Youth Initiative stuff like that. But like you have something like Hottest where it's like if the smart people are going to be wanting to buy yes, but you don't have any rec flow to buy no at the same time, because they don't like buying no, then it just gets inflated.
Yeah. Last stuff. Which ones does Kalshi have first? Or I guess some poly stuff. Are you in on any of these multiple times things, Foster?
No, only the Biden one. I don't really like the other counting ones. I was thinking about artificial AI because some news broke last night about Trump's new AI like energy initiative.
Yep.
But I didn't like 2+ at 80 cents. It was at 80 last night. but I like to.
One at 89 is better than two at 75.
I don't even 1 at 89 now with
Not
more and
even.
more stuff coming out. I think it's good. But I just hate. I don't know why. It's like one of those things. Like maybe I can get it after decay, and then when the topic starts shifting towards the energy and it's at 70 cents, then I'll buy yes.
No here. 23, obviously low size. 23 on Poly, 28, and you can buy no for 73 on Kalshi.
An ARB.
Do people, are these safe like unlike Cardi B? Or
Yep, I've been
Cardi
doing
B was
it.
especially safe. But yeah, okay, so these are good. Yeah, this is interesting. Any other positions that we didn't go over?
No. Oh, one for me, it's kind of like a lotto. This is kind of like a top-down approach, but for the who will Trump mention, I know we're still on the other one, but I'll jump over.
Yeah, we didn't do that. Yeah, smart. Go ahead.
Lincoln, I have yes on. The reason I have yes on it was that whatever price it was at, I think it was like 30s or something like that. It was sitting there fairly, and I was assuming that okay, Trump, like maybe this price is fair. Like Trump has a 37% chance of saying Lincoln in his speech, but then like recently he was testing a new bit after the person broke into Mar-a-Lago, and he's saying that only consequential presidents have assassination attempts, and then he listed off the presidents that have been assassinated, and he was talking about Lincoln and how he's as consequential as Lincoln because people are trying to kill him.
Yeah.
And so, it was just a new bit. And I'm just like, okay, well, maybe he'll fucking try the new bit. And in my mind, it at least increases fair value since it has another additional way to hit. So I bought in upper 30s. Now it's up to 44.
40 feels like a lot, but if for a new bit, it feels like a lot. PMT, I know one that we talked about, Dell, or you on stream yesterday was Dell, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to like 75 is probably my fair for Dell. So I'm not buying more, but I liked it in the 60s a lot. I just he's going to talk about Trump accounts. When he talks about it, he's always mentioning Dell. Such a low-hanging fruit. And State of the Union, you always want to thank a ton of different people. I really think he's going to.
I feel like these thanking stuff is under indexed. I don't know if that's just me, but a lot of people are going to be mentioned. And again, I wish I remembered this past State of the Union speeches, but I feel like it's thank you, Kushner. Thank you, Rubio. Thank you, Witkoff. Thank you, Melania. Thank you, foster children. You guys are all here for me.
Witkoff,
thank you, hockey team.
Been said once.
Never been said.
At the Sodus.
Is that are you serious?
Yeah. That's why I'm saying like I'm not crazy.
Because they're not. They've never been important.
Sad man. Are you kidding? They negotiated all the.
They were important.
Yeah, they were arguably more important than now.
So then why are we on yes now?
Because the Board of Peace, because like that all just happened. So now Middle Eastern stuff is like way bigger in effect to where Trump's gonna want to talk about more.
I don't know, man.
Phantom just loaded 5K into yes.
I just don't understand. If he's saying he's never mentioned it before, but if Kushner's been important before and wasn't mentioned, and he's important now, then what makes him more likely to be mentioned? What makes him 45% likely to be mentioned?
Trump has been thanking Kushner at his regular meetings on Board of Peace. He's thanking him at all his other so in the last 50 meetings, he's thanked Kushner like 10 times.
And why is Witkoff more likely? I thought people are doing the opposite, right?
I don't view personally, I don't really understand why they'd be more likely, but I haven't looked data heavily. It's almost always both of them. And I feel like to me, Trump would lean more towards Jared over Witkoff, son-in-law, wanting to,
Are there any other Jareds in the world? Is the kid with cancer Jared? Do we have...
I think the Subway guy's going to be there.
Yeah.
Who's the Jared Subway Vogel. Guy?
You don't know Jared Vogel? Man, you're so young.
Oh, God. Sorry. Right? Yeah, I know him. him. All good. Yeah. Christie. So, okay, maybe these are too high. Cash? What? He's not going to mention. He could mention
Cash is so high because Cash was with the hockey team. So they think he's going to say hockey team, say Cash was there.
All right, then.
I have a question.
This is confusing a little bit. Yeah, go ahead, Foster.
I was asking for this market because I think it would be really funny sweat and it'd be fun to live trade, and I don't think they added it. But who do you think Trump will mention the most during the State of the Union? And I was thinking options like Biden, I don't know, maybe like the whole name Kirk. So Charlie and Erica Kirk, Trump, Melania,
Obama,
Obama. Yeah, but basically, of all the names, who's he going to say the most?
Kamala.
I think it'd be a fun sweat.
Yeah, and I think
remember...
Biden would maybe be overpriced.
Biden would be overpriced. I think
Biden
Trump
probably
would be
like
underpriced.
90. Yeah.
You could see him say Melania. You're streaming DMs.
I know. I'm
gonna rewind the stream.
I'm on.
See all of them.
We switched, but I remember last year. Yep, was this?
Okay.
I had texted Bet Online.
I
had texted Bet Online because there was a market that it was like, how many times would Biden say? Yeah, what would Biden say the most at State of the Union? And the market was GOP debate. My bad. It was like Israel, Palestine, Biden, like different things. And I had bet on Israel, and Israel was mentioned 30 times, and Biden was 28. The market ended up resolving to some other completely other keyword like Gaza or something, or Israel, Palestine. And my argument was, hold on, Bet Online, Palestine was not even an option to bet on. You just resolved it to something that wasn't even there. They ended up not even looking at my case. Yeah, it didn't.
And they just went no.
Wow. They resolved my Israel no, even though I'm pretty sure it was the most said. But anyway, Biden wasn't even an option. It was Biden that wasn't an option.
Is this a sportsbook guy you're DMing?
Yeah, this is Bet Online, which is one of those like offshore books. But they have mentioned markets for this stuff. I wonder if they have anything good.
Your unit sizes back then, $55.
No, that's the max bet on that size that site. It's $25 for everything.
It's funny how easy it is to get limited when you do like obscure stuff like that. Like I remember, Foster. We were looking at sports books back in the day, like a year ago, arbing them.
Yeah, on Bovada. Bovada. A political market. There was like some. It was an entertainment market or something like.
Eurovision 2025.
Eurovision was so mispriced.
These are funny.
We slammed it, instantly limited us.
Yeah, all our accounts are then like 50 cents.
So what will he say first? Bitcoin, crypto minus 400, Bitcoin plus 250. What will AOC wear? These are all $25 limits, but these are so fun, and these are always like fun to just get in on, you know.
Oh look, they have a most mentions.
Yeah, most mentioned: Marco, Pete, Christy, Tulsi. So what do you think?
Definitely not Tulsi. Definitely not Christy. Like no world of Christy, no world of Tulsi. It's between Marco
plus 110,
and Pete.
It's pretty good.
I would probably lean Pete.
That's 36 cents.
I would take no on Christy Noem. So
yeah,
you can't take no. Remember, you can never take no.
I know. There's no way,
guys. Like to say first war or peace.
Peace. That's a really good one because
40 cents.
There's the whole thing of does he say I've settled 8 wars or I've made 8 peace deals? He's flipped between them before.
Respectfully, this is probably the most mispriced one. Economy at 50-50.
Economy slim.
Guys, if you have Bet Online, I have $0 in my Bet Online.
I have 100 in there. I'm gonna go slam it.
Okay, go ahead.
What are it's on this? Like that is so
max bet is usually 25 or 40 for this stuff. Dollars.
I'll tell you what.
I guess ice hockey is where you could say ice.
Yeah, but no, economy is. But so this one doesn't have more rules, but usually it's mention must be in clear reference to it. But yeah, so. Plural counts. Yeah, this one doesn't.
Why do they even bother adding stuff to complicate it? That's like so weird.
Well, book manager decision is final. You know, my name used to be book manager.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, why would they complicate it? Why not keep it where there's like
AI or Department of War, 80 cents for Department of War. Actually, AI. If he's talking about the economy first, AI here is better, right?
I don't know because he could intro Hegseth Department of War. Well, but then he'd say Secretary of War. He wouldn't say Department of War. Yeah, I like AI here.
Foster, you get all this for us and send me a tip after. Okay. Actually, this is your payment for the stream.
Oh, it's letting me do 60. It's letting me do
60.
Whoa!
Hey, all of Trump's address, Sage Blair, young woman separating parents at age 14 after school officials tempted. Oh my gosh.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Wait. Nothing. There's nothing. Okay.
Oh.
I just mocked 10K transgender.
Transgender, yes or no?
I bought some yeses. I don't know. I know.
Trump
I didn't
invites
really
a girl taken from parents after secret gender transition. Is that
it?
Wow. Wow, this is good.
We'll see. I don't know how much it's gonna move, but Worst case, I take a little bit of a loss. I just feel like that has to go huge for transgender. Am I crazy?
He's
That has to go
obviously
to
going to
80.
mention her. Obviously, that's isn't that the Lincoln, not Lincoln Riley. What was the girl that is like, where's transgender? 69 now, 70.
Where did you get this?
That was Caro.
It popped up
Come
on
on,
my keyboard. It
PMT.
had muted.
Mr. Nick, bullish article for transgender. I wonder if he said this before you, but
No,
he
no.
says
I just saw it on my phone. I bought a ton of transgender.
I'm
Maybe I
holding
can
your
sell back
71.
into this wave.
Should
I'm
I
gonna sell
get
it
in
like
at 70 or
77.
what? Am I getting in here or should I just wait?
Dude,
it out?
I mogged 9K at average of 63.
There you go.
Adversely selected.
PMT.
Okay,
Oh,
so
and that's sold out.
79.
It's dude, it's steaming to 80.
I'm
Let's
hiding in an
go.
MDF room
Skunks.
watching. Just stacking up says. He's hiding in a room.
I just sold 3K at 75. I should maybe hold more, but
yeah, wait for
Hold
to
it, hold
come.
it. Well, put it at 80 at least.
I bought okay, wait. I bought just now I bought I bought 9K at 65 average after fees, and then I sold just now 4K at 75. So I'm holding 5K right now at 63.
And where can we see?
That was such a good click.
Good job. Where can we see this? Any place I can look at this or what? White House or?
The article?
The post, go to Caro.
Caroline Levitt's Twitter. She just tweeted it out.
Okay, nice.
Oh my gosh, that was
Oh, shit.
such a freaking hit. Let's go. I mean, that was just 1K. click, so
Wow,
it's
good
not
job.
big, but-
Exclusive Daily Caller. So what time was the Daily Caller article at? 12 o'clock, 26 minutes ago was the
Yeah,
actual.
Saw the daily
Caller.
caller earlier.
Interesting. I'm not a mention market trader, but I love the stream. Thank you, Verisimus.
All right. So I'm maxing out Trump to say economy first and
Oh yeah, let's keep looking at this. Okay.
AI or Department
Economy
of War?
first. I think AI because of the economy is going to be the.
Yeah, I agree.
Is he going to say Department of War? Is that a lock?
No, I mean he will say it, but minus 400 for saying it first. When we were already talking about we think economy is first and war is later, then we should be pricing AI.
Yeah, but what would Department of War be at if it was a keyword? If it was a word?
What do you mean?
If it was part of the mention market, Trump to say Department of War.
It's mentioning Hegseth. He's going to say it if he talks.
No, but I'm saying AI is already 90%, so it should already be the favorite. If Department of War is 70% and AI is 90%, it shouldn't even matter what order it's in. It's the favorite. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying.
It's the favorite regardless, which means plus 250 is good. Russia, Ukraine, not really interested. 50-50. Maybe you guys have an opinion. 50-50 feels like there's an edge, but I'm not one to know what he usually says.
I think he would say Russia first, just on vibes. I mean, he always calls it like the Russia Ukraine. He talks about Russia in more contexts. Russia can hit than Ukraine. That would be mine. I don't know if it beats a minus 120, but
PMT.
I have
Someone
funds
said
that are locked in Bet Online, so I'm just going to bet.
You can dump 10K on your copy traders now. PMT. Who's watching the stream?
Who said that?
Is anyone jet tracking? Tonka Time said that.
Jet tracking would probably be good. But
jet tracking. I know someone tweeted it yesterday. I don't know who tweeted it, but someone tweeted like they're looking at jets, at the jet stuff.
They were looking at it for Nikki.
Nikki, yeah. Nuclear immigration. I don't have an opinion. Unemployment, jobs, probably 60, maybe 70.
Yeah.
Midterms, primaries. I don't have an opinion.
Midterms, I think 100%. Apparently,
shutdown
that's
versus
specifically
fake
a
news.
talking point.
Shutdown versus fake news.
Fake news. Fake news, 100%.
Fake news is at 50% to be said. Shutdown.
Wait.
If neither is said, it voids.
Okay. Yeah. So,
I'm sorry we've gone overtime, but I think these are good.
Okay, I would take shutdown because I think fake news won't be said, and I think shutdown will be said. I think shutdown will be said not in relation to the DHS shutdown.
Yeah.
They'll say our stock market's highest it's ever been. That's despite, and our economic numbers are great despite a Democrat shutdown.
Interesting.
There has been. Caroline did say today that Trump is going to address Democrats asking to vote to reopen the government. So there is a specific topic in the speech about the shutdown stuff.
Interesting. So yeah, but that's 67 cents, 68 cents minus 225. So I don't know.
Wow. I'm still thinking about transgender. I'm shocked it's still at 75. I'm not trying to pump this. You know what I mean?
You
I
think it's
don't
worth more than
like.
75? I'm willing to buy your shares off you.
Dude, you have the bet
I
online
think
people in
fair
your
should be
call.
like 80. I'm only holding 5K so
Why?
far.
What
I might
happened,
just hold.
Foster?
They set the line at 3.5 Biden, man.
Yeah, I was about to say that was my next
Wow.
topic. 3.5. So
What a
PMT, you were
line.
right. You were right,
We
PMT.
were so on for this. That's actually crazy.
So would you? I mean, it's a wide spread, obviously. Mine that's 58.50, so 8 cent spread. 3.5. Oh, over
I
three and a
take the
half,
over.
and
I take the over here.
under on Poly for 10. Or was it 5 on Poly? It's 10, right? Under 10, over 3.5. That's 130 cents for hopefully a middle.
By the way,
That'd be a
What do you
sick one,
think?
actually. That'd be sick.
Board
I
of-
like that.
Board of Peace at 1.5 is crazy. I would take the over.
Over?
You disagree, Foster?
Mm,
Non-facts.
I
What?
Oh, he lies? That's sick.
Bro, that's
Okay.
such a good market.
Okay,
dude.
who's
Oh
the
my
markets guy
God.
at
You
Planet
know,
K and Planet P? Because these are great
Yeah.
markets.
You got Blanc. You got Arjun does a lot of it too.
These are some good markets. We need this.
That is
That's
such a good
sick.
market. Holy.
Okay, bet online. I don't want to like shill a book, but this is fun. Like these are good.
Hey, they got mentions on here. That's sick. I like that.
Social posts today. How many social posts today? Under, and the day's already half gone. Or does he post clips? Do they usually post clips during the?
Yeah, sometimes they do like a play-by-play. But usually it's when he's listening to other. I don't know.
He's made one
Yeah.
post today, all caps. The Democrat shutdown is killing the blue states.
I don't know if I can see the chat anymore. What happened here? But okay, if anyone has a chat, send it again because I can't see him. But Trump True Social posts. I don't know how many times he's posted today. I don't know if you guys have an opinion on this.
Just one.
Foster, have you loaded up on any of these other ones yet? Are you?
Yeah, I'm building like the ticket. Can you parlay these? No.
No, of course not. Viewership, no clue. Approval rating tomorrow is just going to be the same.
Well, at least
It's
say
just going to be
drill,
the same
baby,
as today.
drill.
Hey guys, this is a lock because approval ratings take a long time. So whatever it is today is tomorrow.
Really?
Silver bulletin approval rating. I mean, it
Now,
might change depending on what. I mean, if it's like 41.2 right now, then it's a lock for under because it won't change that much in a day, is what I'm saying. Anyways, let's see what it's at.
Here's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's at
Drill, baby,
41.2.
drill, plus 200. It's at 44 on Kalshi. Plus 200 is 33%. So you can arb it off. You can take the yes on Bet Online and take the no on Poly, and you're getting a.
What's your limits here?
10% arb.
What's your limits?
It looks like it lets me hit $50 to win 100 profits.
Not bad.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. I can't, like, the limits are so, like, how do books do it? Is it just like all their money is made from VIPs that they give like insane limits?
Is this a high limit? Sorry, I missed what you said the limit was. It wasn't that
$50.
much.
50. He's saying it's low.
That's
But
chump
yeah, I'm
change.
saying, like, how do books make money? Is it just like the VIPs that they give like
Well,
huge limits to, I assume?
No. Novelty
Like-
markets, regardless of your status, novelty markets are just for fun. They are a loss leader for these books, right? They get the prediction market guys who then think they're sharp on sports, So you bet $50, you win, or I lose because Israel was not said as much as Biden. Bullshit. And then I lose it on sports, right? So it's a $50 limit is nothing to Adam Burns and the Bet Online team, right? Elon, is that one on Poly?
It is. It's
On
20% on Poly.
20% on Poly?
But it includes the last name too on Kalshi. So I
this
don't
one
see a
doesn't?
world where he would hit Musk and not hit Elon. But
Okay.
oh,
Yeah,
what are they doing? They're adjusting drill, baby, drill. Look at it. Scroll up. They're closed the line.
bro, you gotta
Scroll down. It's down.
Where?
Down. You'll see it.
Oh my God. Did you bet it yet or no? Did you bet it?
No,
Bro,
I was about to.
Dude, look, the no is coming at
Okay.
minus 300.
This is always minus 300. Get these, send these bets through as we're saying them. I don't want you to get caught out here. Alpha dropped by Phantom. There we go. Bet Online is my alpha of the day. I feel bad because now people are going to be mad at me for sharing alpha.
They moved
Whole
the AI
chats.
Department of War line already.
Yeah. Did you bet it yet or no?
No, I didn't. I got
Okay.
it now at 225.
Foster,
By
you're
the way,
disappointing me.
Epstein at minus 1,000
They
is
have to be
amazing.
watching this then, right? Does Adam
Dude,
Burns follow me or something?
I know
He must
we
follow me, right?
steamed the Kalshi markets. I did not think we were going to steam the Bet Online markets. What the
There's
fuck?
also probably there's people watching it that already knew that BetOnline existed, but they forgot. Okay, the last ones are
drill, baby,
Kamala
drill
and
on.
inflation. Inflation. Do we have it on Kalshi or no? Do we have it on
Highest
Poly?
inflation is on there.
Yeah, I would take inflation, yes, for sure.
Inflation's not
At
on
even
there.
money, that's
Highest
crazy to
inflation
me.
is on here?
Highest inflation is 50-50, dude, and he'll say high inflation without
Okay,
highest
so
inflation.
there you go. Max this.
That's a hammer.
I wish I had
Yeah.
some money on BetOnline. It'll take me like fucking oops.
All right.
It'll take me like
inflation, yes, has
20
been
minutes
maxed.
to get money on it on the
So
site.
yeah,
Let's see.
inflation at minus 110 is insanely.
Yeah,
good
that's
value.
insane.
How long will it take me to get money on the site? Probably way too long. Yeah, $0 balance. Tough. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
That is cool. I didn't even know these existed. Thank you for
Yeah,
showing me.
there you
Yeah.
go. No problem. Yeah, and it's okay. I don't have to make any money. Can you parlay these? No, you can't. No. Pre-match? No, you can't. Anything else? Trump specials? How much will Trump offer
Erica
for
Kirk is for
Greenland?
sure confirmed, by the way, like as a Trump
Cool.
special guest.
Yeah, those are the only State of the Union stuff. All
Wow,
right.
so Charlie Kirk has to be huge now. Charlie Kirk must have steamed like crazy.
Any opinion on what SCOTUS justices will attend? It will change, but won't be impacted by State of the Union. I used to make my bones in Obama approval markets. Good time, said Tonka Time. Interesting.
I have no opinion on justices. I mean,
I would honestly, I don't know, Tonka, if you have an opinion here, but this, the one I was talking about, under 41.5, because if you look at just, I don't know, do I have it here? No, a silver bulletin, Trump approval ratings. Like, I don't think it moves that much every day, right? 21, 22, 23. So it moved 0.2 in the last 2 days. But tomorrow, it'll just be around the same, right? It has to be 80 plus that this, I mean, do we have an approval rating market? Approval rating on the 27th. These brackets are too wide. Okay, so it does look like it can move quite a bit. You see like a 1% is 70%, but this is only 0.3. I would probably take the under, but I'm probably under indexing how much the volatility is. BetOnline was fun. That was a good sweat for a little bit. Caroline was good. Good job on transgender. You're really good at the transgender stuff, PMT.
I'm saying, don't
He's
predict.
good.
He honestly is one of the most informed people on that topic, I think.
Transgender?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He hears Trump say transgender for everyone. He thinks he's
79. So you got that 63 9K average?
Yeah, 63 9K average, 65 after fees.
Dude, why
All
predict?
right. Why predict? That's the same. That's the message of the day. We're going to be live trading this tonight. I know PMT, I'll be watching your stream. What else are you doing today? You have another stream in a couple hours?
Yeah, I'm joining this political guy, Stu. His stream for 30 minutes, Stu Berglieri. I think it's on YouTube, so I don't know if I'll maybe post about it, but I think it should be really fun. It's this
I'll watch.
like pretty right-wing Blaze streamer, and he's like just a political guy, and he's covering State of the Union, and he was like, why don't we have a mentioned market person come on to
So cool.
So I think it'll be hilarious
Good.
to join that.
Someone in the chat said, do you think Trump will mention his upcoming Japan trip in April? I don't know. Does he usually
I
do
think
that?
it's less likely, maybe less likely even the trip, and more so like trade deal, like because they had that trade deal with Japan like 2 weeks ago. So
yeah,
could
I
be like
mean,
are places mentioned a lot? Like, is this?
Yeah.
I mean, Congo.
tricky one. New York. Do you think that there's a chance New York hits? Because it hits a lot in this context in Caroline briefings when they talk about the New York Post, New York Times polls and stuff like that. I don't know if Trump ever hits it that way, but Caroline hits it a lot with New York Times.
PMT.
Yeah,
Do you think
I don't think Trump is gonna say New York Post or New York Times. Probably, I see it more as like Trump talking about either crime, low murder rate. He starts calling out cities like New York, and I think that's likely. And then I think there's even a chance of him just talking about growing up in New York as a builder investor, like just with his ties to New York. So I would be on yes on New York.
But there's a lot of so there's a lot of ways for that to be said. But then I mean, Korea, Gaza, California. Why
Oh,
are these
Gaza,
so
you
high?
have to respect.
Yeah.
Gaza is just he's gonna say we got the hostages back from Gaza to Israel. I mean, like 78 is still below fair, probably. I don't have a position. Maybe I should.
What about Saudi Arabia?
Like
Saudi
I
Arabia
feel
at
like blind
44.
betting knows feels good to me, but I don't know. I'm just not aware of how many times places are mentioned.
And
Yeah, I don't.
Isn't Saudi Arabia the hottest one? Isn't that what he always says?
Is that your is that
Yeah,
a joke?
wow. That in the 40s, man, is crazy.
For yes?
Really? Yeah.
Well,
In Board
he
of
doesn't always
Peace,
hit it that way,
he's
but
got the Saudi Arabia guy on Board of Peace. Like him and the Saudis are hugely tied together. I'm just like if you rehash the
I'm
past
not
year, all the
understanding this at
Saudi
all, if I'm being
investment,
honest.
I just
I don't
surprised.
understand what you guys are saying. This
I don't
seems
have a
crazy to
position,
me.
but
Yeses
what?
seem overvalued. Why the hell?
Well,
Why would he say, did he say Saudi Arabia last year? Okay. I need
so no, you
mentionmarketterminal.com.
can't look at last year. That's not going to be the main line he always uses. The king of Saudi Arabia told me we were a dead country. Now we're the hottest
yeah,
country.
the king of Saudi Arabia is the one who
Yeah.
started the hottest country thing, and so
What
it
I
hits very often when he says
what I
hottest.
mean is like just in terms of does he say places? How many places does
Oh.
he say in a week in a speech is my question.
A
I
lot.
think he says a lot.
He
He
says
really
a
likes to
lot.
talk about other countries, compare to other countries.
Talk about where people are coming into the country from other countries, Congo.
All
Things
right.
he
Oh
does for
yeah,
other countries. A lot
that
of
radar
stuff.
mention. I like radar mentions, by the way. I like mentions
Yeah,
terminal.com.
he's very, very sharp. There's
He
so
tweeted
many
last
new
night.
super sharp people.
He did tweet last night, like which places have a 5 out of 5 hit rate of the 5 State of the Union speeches, and I replied. I think I was his only reply there, like guessing. I got it wrong, but I said China and California, and it was China and Israel were the two.
Well, Israel only gets mentioned once in every single one. Kind of interesting though to think about. But what I will say is those new people, by the way, like Radar, those people, like because they're so in the game, they're so grinding in the beginning, like they are sharper than me. And in terms of like following people for like edge, what they're posting, like I'm usually not going to post like a great position. Maybe after the fact, I'll post the play, but like those guys, they really want to build a following. So they're actually going to give you
Yep.
edges like Rigatoni, that
Yeah, I'll
guy,
give him a shout
Radar
out.
mentions.
I'll give these guys shout outs for sure.
I think these are really great people to follow because like they want to gain an audience really badly.
Yeah.
So they're, you know, which makes sense, right? Like same thing. Like when I was starting out, I would post probably a lot of edges that I shouldn't have posted, but these guys will definitely post things that are really, really helpful. So
Do
shout
you
out
use mentions terminal? How do you get your analysis?
No, I have a different terminal that I've used for like 5 months. It's this OG mention market guy that I pay like $200 a month. And I've just never had the need to there might be better tools out there than the one I use that I don't like publicize necessarily, but I just haven't had a need to switch, right? I'm so used to it.
Yeah, these guys are good. These guys are the best. I see them on my feed a lot and it's good. Foster, I don't know if what you use. Yeah, Rig is great even on Discord. So just stack it up.
I don't use any terminal. I don't.
Oh yeah, you're a trader. You're a clicker.
well, when I'm looking at stuff, like I just use FactBase. Like
Okay.
maybe that'll be an alpha leak, but not really. If you go on FactBase, I can even link it to you if you wanted to show it.
Is it a website?
Yeah. So it's basically it's the Trump schedule.
Okay.
If you click on there, and then I'll just link you it because it's kind of annoying, but
thank you.
You can
This is exciting.
You'll have to go there. So basically, this site always uploads the schedule, but they also upload anything Trump has done, including radio interviews. You can view transcripts on there. You can search it, and it will show you every mention of a term that Trump has even said as well. So,
wow. But the aggregators are these terminals that these guys are giving out, right? The reason you have
Roll Call was before all the aggregators. Roll Call's a news agency.
But the reason you have these terminals is to aggregate all of these speeches. Are you looking at each one individually?
So that's the thing is that like yes, PMT through a terminal will have like hit rates, right? It won't
Yeah.
show me the misses. But if I want to see what context Trump brings something up in, that's what I use FactBase for.
Yeah, this
or
is smart.
Something like the last one. So like you can search any term, like a rare one, and you'll see every speech he said transgender in, or every speech he said like.
Where's State of the Union?
I mean, it's probably hitting there. If you viewed it, it's going to be in there. Like you can see he said it in the rally. It gets all highlighted yellow. Yeah, you're trying to find like the title. So when you search, that searches for words said, not the title of the event.
Well, he should have said the state of our union is strong. Wouldn't he have said that? That
Maybe.
been arguing about
I don't know.
that. Well, because what I'm trying to think of is this would be my analysis. I look at past State of the Unions and I look at all the countries he said. How many countries did he say? Gives me an idea on how many countries he's going to say this year. Remember, for Super Bowl, we were saying how many songs does Bad Bunny usually play? And the market is pricing in 15 songs to be played. Therefore, it's a good idea to blind bet no, right? That's my thesis. And that's the workflow for my thesis. Okay. And it worked out because buying all the no's, even though Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin lost, all the no's, the other ones made up for that because they were priced way too high. Same thing with the number of songs performed, right? So you blind bet no, you still lose on China and stuff, but you win in aggregate. And my idea is you look at past State of the Unions, how many countries did he mention or how many people did he mention? And then you bet it based on that. And obviously you add some variance because you said, oh, State of the Union speeches are going longer lately. That matters. But anyways, just my idea.
No, that makes sense. You're essentially neg risking with keeping it in mind that, okay, like only 10 of these are going to pay out.
Exactly.
I get it.
I don't know which 10,
that
but
makes
10.
great sense.
Yeah. We are way over time. I just wanted to go through these last stuff. What do you guys think about ballroom? He says it mostly in White House located events, not even in 50% of his speeches, but it's still at 55 cents. That's from Gollum.
I like ballroom no, I guess, if it's at 45 for no. Although, man, I don't know, because it's also like, I heard it phrased that it might be something he wants to promote because it's going to be something that he's going to be leaving behind and making a change for the White House in his mind for the better. So I see both sides of it. And right away I was thinking no. Now I'm kind of like,
he did say at the governor's dinner, obviously that was in the ballroom or something. But
well, that one is like you would want a ballroom for that kind of thing. You wouldn't want a ballroom for State of the Union because it's that. So
Loom said my idea is flawed comparing songs played versus from countries. I understand that. It was just like the workflow, right? Yes, there's a set amount of time for halftime. There is also a set amount of time for State of the Union, right? It averages 60 something minutes or 90 minutes, right? I know it's been getting longer, so you add a couple based on that, but I think there's still some alpha there just to get an idea on what the average amount is, some sort of neg risk. Anyways, I think we have hit a long time here. Thank you guys so much for staying. Cool. PMT. So what are you on and what time? What are we gonna watch?
I'll be on at I think 4:30 with that one person on the Blaze. Should be fun. And then I'll be streaming tonight at I want to say maybe 6:30 I'll start this or sorry, not 6:30, 8:30 ET I'll start the stream like half hour before, or I'll
should we do mention? You should do mention market bingo, the poly market bingo, where we take a shot every time he says something. I did that for
if you want to come on stream
for the Biden speech. I did that for Biden's speech last time. What time zone? 8:30 Eastern, because I think it starts at 9 Eastern, right? Foster, how are you? How are you enjoying it tonight?
I mean, I don't know. I'll probably just be locked in, trying to trade topics. I had no plans. I have a buddy in town that I'm going to go hang out with, and hopefully I make it back in time to do some pre-market research.
Dude, this guy in work-life balance he talked about for 2020.
He loves work-life balance.
Union.
Dude, I'm going
work-life maxer.
Yeah, bro. Why? Like, I'm predicting. I'm not a clicker anymore. I got my positions. I don't want to be here.
Give me a break. I did some predicting yesterday that there'd be no aliens at 70 cents.
Yes, we predicted that very well. PMT's next live, 8:30 tonight is we'll all be
8:30 tonight.
And then Blaze, what time's Blaze?
4:30.
4:30. That's on YouTube.
That's on YouTube.
I gotta
So
watch
everyone,
that though. That's gonna be cool.
I'll be watching. I wonder how you're going to say, "Oh, I hope Trump doesn't say any crazy things on a right-wing news show." We'll see how that goes down. But anyways, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the chat. You guys are the best, keeping us engaged. And we'll see you in a couple days, and hopefully with a lot of profits.
Take care.
Peace out, guys. Good
Peace
luck.
out.
Thanks, Foster.
Yeah, no problem. See you later.
See you,
Man.
bro.